Shocking facts about Jungkook's nosebleed in front of Taehyung. It was a scene no one expected, a moment that turned a seemingly ordinary appearance into a shocking incident that left millions of fans holding their breath. Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, suddenly suffered a nosebleed right in front of Taehyung. The question instantly spread like wildfire. What exactly happened that day, and why did it become one of the most talked about moments among the global ARMY community? Witnesses describe the incident as both startling and surreal. Jungkook, who is widely admired for his professionalism and composure, appeared to falter when an unexpected trickle of blood emerged. The fact that it happened directly in front of Taehyung added even more weight to the story. For many fans, the image of Jungkook in such a vulnerable state contrasted sharply with his usual powerful stage presence, creating a jarring emotional impact. Was it exhaustion, stress, or something far more serious than anyone imagined? The suddenness of the nosebleed raised endless speculation. Some viewers suggested that the intense performance schedule might have contributed. Others questioned whether it was a sign of overwhelming pressure placed upon him during a critical moment. What made this occurrence even more dramatic was Taehyung's immediate reaction, concern written all over his face. In the middle of a crowd surrounded by cameras, the personal concern between two members shone more brightly than the lights above them. That small but powerful interaction intensified the story, sparking conversations that refused to fade. For fans around the world, the symbolism could not be ignored. Jungkook's nosebleed was not seen merely as a physical mishap, but as an unfiltered glimpse into the real struggles behind the glamorous image of stardom. The fact that Taehyung was there, standing close enough to witness it firsthand, amplified the narrative. Was this a coincidence, or was fate deliberately drawing attention to the unseen cost of fame? The question lingered like a heavy cloud, unanswered yet impossible to dismiss in the digital space. The reaction was instant and explosive. Clips and photos circulated with lightning speed, capturing the exact moment blood appeared. Some fans expressed shock, others worry, while a significant portion chose to analyze every frame for hidden meaning. The way Jungkook instinctively tried to manage the situation, hiding his discomfort, and the way Taehyung leaned closer, seemingly torn between brotherly concern and the awareness of being watched, became a subject of relentless discussion. Could this moment reveal more than just a medical incident? Was it a raw confession of how fragile even the strongest idols can be? Emotions ran high because it struck a nerve that few wanted to confront. Jungkook, often viewed as untouchable in his strength and energy, suddenly appeared human, too human. Fans who are used to flawless performances were confronted with reality. The weight of expectations can manifest in the most unexpected and unsettling ways. The nosebleed, though medically minor, became a symbolic rupture, a crack in the polished surface. And Taehyung's silent but visible reaction made the incident even harder to forget. This story continued to spiral beyond a single moment. Discussions about physical health, mental pressure, and the thin line between dedication and self-sacrifice took center stage. Experts in entertainment psychology pointed out how easily small incidents can become loaded with meaning when idols are involved. For BTS, whose every move is under global scrutiny, the image of Jungkook bleeding while Taehyung watched was destined to live on as one of the most shocking visuals in recent memory. Fans began asking, was this a warning sign? Was it the universe's way of reminding everyone that even legends are human? The lingering mystery lies in the unanswered questions. No official statement clarified the true cause, which only fueled speculation further. That silence became louder than words, creating a vacuum where theories thrived. Some argued it was due to fatigue, others claimed environmental factors, but the lack of certainty kept the moment alive in conversations worldwide. And Taehyung's expression, caught between instinct and composure, added another layer of intrigue. What was going through his mind as he stood there, witnessing something no fan ever wanted to see? In the end, Jungkook's nosebleed was more than just a fleeting health scare. It became a mirror reflecting the hidden struggles of idol life. A sharp reminder that beneath the perfection lies vulnerability. The fact that it unfolded in front of Taehyung, someone who shares not only the stage but years of brotherhood, elevated it into a moment of history within the fandom. Fans, analysts, and casual observers alike continue to revisit the incident, not because of its medical seriousness, but because of what it revealed: truth, fragility, and the undeniable humanity behind one of the world's biggest stars. the world may never know the full story behind that shocking moment. But one thing is certain. The sight of Jungkook's unexpected nosebleed in front of Taehyung will remain etched in the collective memory of millions. And as fans continue to ask the haunting question, was it just an accident, or a message we all failed to see? The answer remains elusive, leaving the story suspended in mystery, forever unresolved yet impossible to forget. The image of Jungkook experiencing a sudden nosebleed in front of Taehyung remains etched in the collective consciousness of millions. But the more it is replayed, the more unsettling questions begin to surface. Was this truly an unplanned moment of vulnerability? Or could it have been carefully magnified by the endless machinery of media and online discourse? How much of what we see is reality, and how much is a narrative constructed to grip our attention? Every frame of that moment was dissected, reposted, and analyzed across platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and countless online forums. Yet, do we pause to consider the possibility that what we are consuming is not the raw truth but a mediated spectacle, shaped by the algorithms that profit from our reactions? Are we witnessing an authentic sign of human fragility? Or have we become pawns in a cycle of sensationalism designed to exploit our emotions? These questions strike at the very heart of media culture, where truth and fabrication often blur until they become indistinguishable. It is crucial to reflect upon the origin of such viral moments. The footage exists, but context is often stripped away, leaving only fragments that feed speculation. What was Jungkook's physical condition before the incident? Was Taehyung's concerned expression spontaneous, or was it exaggerated by selective angles and slow-motion replays? Without definitive answers, how can we claim certainty? Is it not possible that what we perceive as shocking is merely the result of relentless editing, framing, and reinterpretation by those who benefit from the controversy? One must also ask, why do such moments achieve such dominance in public discourse? The spectacle of a sudden nosebleed is powerful, but is it inherently newsworthy? Or has it become news because it aligns with our fascination for drama and imperfection within those we idolize? Is our attention being guided toward this incident as a deliberate distraction from larger, more critical narratives? And if so, who controls that direction and for what purpose? These are not comfortable questions, yet they demand to be asked if we are to avoid becoming passive consumers of information. Furthermore, the sheer speed of the spread reveals the volatility of online ecosystems. Millions shared the clip without hesitation, yet how many paused to verify the source, context, or accuracy? How many of us took the time to differentiate between eyewitness accounts, edited montages, and manipulated versions created solely to intensify shock value? The fact that so many of us are willing to believe first and question later exposes a dangerous vulnerability, not in Jungkook, but in ourselves as consumers of information. Are we too eager to accept spectacle as truth because it satisfies our need for emotional stimulation? The ambiguity of the event forces us into a dilemma. If Jungkook's nosebleed was entirely authentic, then it is a sobering reminder of the physical and emotional toll endured by public figures. But if it was amplified, exaggerated, or even fabricated for dramatic effect, then it is a calculated manipulation of public perception. Which possibility do you believe? And on what evidence do you base that belief? The unsettling truth is that, without verified confirmation, we may never know. In such uncertainty, are we not compelled to maintain skepticism rather than surrender to the comfort of a single narrative? This leads to a critical reflection. Do we, as audiences, unconsciously demand these spectacles? By rewarding viral incidents with attention, views, and engagement, are we not reinforcing the very cycle that transforms ordinary accidents into global headlines? Perhaps the greater question is not whether Jungkook's nosebleed was real, but why we are so compelled to watch, discuss, and debate it endlessly. What does this reveal about us, and about the culture we have collectively created? Are we addicted to the drama of imperfection, seeking cracks in the flawless image we have built around idols? The incident, whether authentic or exaggerated, has achieved permanence in digital memory. Yet permanence does not equal truth. We must therefore confront a final unsettling question. Do we wish to continue living in a culture where viral images are consumed without reflection? Or are we prepared to resist the easy lure of sensationalism? The choice rests not with the media, not with the artists, but with us. By questioning, by doubting, by resisting, we reclaim our ability to distinguish fact from fiction, truth from spectacle. And so, as you recall the image of Jungkook's unexpected nosebleed before Taehyung's eyes, ask yourself directly, do you truly believe this moment was a raw, unfiltered glimpse into reality? Or have you been guided, subtly, strategically, deliberately?